I remember the coach always saying like, you know guys, in this team maybe 1, 2 will make it. And then I was always looking around like, I don't know if I am the one. You get compared to your dad, and I always felt something beautiful, you know? I never had a problem with that. I wanted to be like him, so I like this competition. It always made me stronger, to be fair. I lived at home with my mother and my brothers, so stepping out and moving alone in the big world, it's something else. I'm really confident always in what I do. I'm always positive. They really think about me this way. All right, I go and I will show them, you know? And that's really my mindset.
Justin, thank you for doing this with us. Hopefully you enjoy it as much as the fans watching at home to learn a little bit more about you. Let's talk about now to start with. How's life in Bournemouth?
To be fair, wonderful, especially when the weather is like this, you know.
In January, it's not bad, yeah?
It's not bad, it's not bad. So, no, I'm really loving it here.
How have you settled?
Quite good. I have a nice apartment with my girlfriend and my little dog. And yeah, I can't wish for something else. A nice little family, and I'm very happy.
Does she know that?
Yeah, for sure. I let her know. Buy some flowers sometimes, so yeah.
You've got to break it to her at some point, clearly. But for a lad of 24, you've experienced a lot already, haven't you?
I have. I've been in a lot of different countries, and yeah, it's been wonderful, to be fair. And sometimes I speak with my girlfriend about it, like she's been also to France, Spain, and now here, and then she says like, wow, how do you do that so easy? Because, you know, I find it sometimes difficult, this and that, and I was like, yeah, it's normal for me, because I've done it actually my last 5 years, moving from place to place. So.
Especially being so young as well, that's the other factor. Maybe if you'd done that at the end of your career, people would be less surprised, but like I say, to have done that at 24.
Yeah, it's quite an achievement that you're 24 already. So I'm happy I've done it. I've what I said, I've done a lot of stuff in my career already. I've seen a lot, and what you said, just 24. It's like now it's time to really step up the game, you know. And I have a feeling that I'm ready for that next step. So I'm happy to have all those memories in my backpack to take it out when needed.
Well, the steps that you've made so far have been successful as well, haven't they? There was a lot made of the fact that you were the 3rd player ever to score in Europe's top 5 leagues, but you're actually the only player to score in Europe's top 6 if you include the Netherlands as well. Exactly. That's quite an achievement.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that, to be fair. And it's something you don't think about at the beginning, but after hearing it, and yeah, it's beautiful. And also hearing in which competitions you scored, like I heard 13, like, you know, like Champions League, Europa League also, nearly every cup in every country, so it's a big achievement, so it's wonderful.
You beat my research there.
Hey? Yeah. 13. Excellent. 13 different, so that's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it certainly is. But I'm guessing you want to settle now, you want to find some stability. Like you said a moment ago, you feel like it's time to step up and to do that here at Bournemouth. Yeah, exactly. And that's also why I wanted to sign, you know, and not to be on loan, because last couple of years I loaned out and had great seasons there, had great memories where I've been. Very thankful for the clubs. But it's always at the end like, okay, all right, what are we going to do? Can we buy him? Do I want to be there? You know, it's a lot of different things that come and take place also. So I'm happy to be here, sign a contract for 5 years, and just focus on Bournemouth and focus on my growth. And after that, we will see. And make this a home, I guess. That must be one of the things that you've missed with all the travelling, stability. Yeah, stability, exactly. And that's the reason I also bought the house here. So just for my peace of mind also, like not to rent is always all feeling, you know, oh, maybe I have to go in a few months again. And I bought the house and now just fully focused. I have a wonderful girlfriend and my dog, and that helps me in my rest, in my peace of mind also, so that's good. Is the dog new as well then? You said that the girlfriend's been around different places. What about the dog? The dog has also been around places, so he's got a passport. He's got a passport and he's been around, so you know, he looks like his dad. Let's go back to the start, speaking of home if we can. You come from very proud footballing family, your grandfather, your father, you now, your brothers. Oh, my brothers nearly. So was it always football? It's always been football for sure, and that's I think also like
it comes if your father's footballer. Oh, I want to be footballer. It's like this, and yeah, I'm luckily I can say I've made it. So yeah, that's yeah, I think so. But no, I'm very proud of that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, can you talk us through, your family and what you remember of each of the different parts of their relationship with football? I mean, especially your brothers now, because you guys must be pretty competitive about who's doing what, who's where, how many goals, 13 competitions. Sure. They've got quite a tough act to follow.
They got the big shoes now to fill. And but a little brother of mine, I have a bunch. So Shane, yeah, I could say he's like the mini me. Same position, a bit not the biggest, a bit like me. So that's funny to watch also. And I have Ruben. He plays. He's a big defender. And we always said when we were younger, because my big brother and me and Ruben, we have the same father and mother, 3. And he was the youngest, so he never had the ball. He always had to defend.
Defender then.
So that's why we thought he became a defender right now,
Yeah.
And it must be that.
Yeah, no, it sounds plausible, definitely. Yeah. Your dad obviously was a centre forward. What about your grandfather? What position did he play?
He played, I think, in the middle.
Okay.
And he was like, how could I say like who he was from our team Bournemouth right now? Lewis Cook maybe.
Okay. Technical.
Yeah, and yeah, that like not so attacking, not so small and attacking like me, but yeah, a bit in the middle of my dad and me, and good.
You must have taken so much from your dad and your grandfather that they were both pro football, especially your dad. We know all about his career, obviously. Always been, when I was younger, they always say, oh, you get compared to your dad. And yeah, I always felt something beautiful, I never had a problem with that. That was something I wanted to be like him. So, oh, how good are you? Are you as good as your dad? I still hear it to this day. But I don't mind, to be fair. I like this competition, and it always made me stronger, to be fair. Yeah. And it's about making a name for yourself as well, isn't it? Cutting your own groove. That's, I guess, part of your story of going to all these different places already, doing your own thing.
Exactly, and no, that's also to create your own name. I think people also know me right now, and what I say, you always get compared with your dad, and that's normal. He was a great footballer. And I only have a huge respect for that, I had a great journey, and I can't wait where the journey will end. And we are still traveling. We're still traveling. Yeah. We are a long way from where we wanted to be, from where I can be, I think, and want to be for sure.
Can I ask you about Ajax to start with? I have to talk to you about that fantastic club in the Netherlands. When did your relationship with that club begin?
When I was 7 years old, I would say 7, 8 years old. Yeah, I had a big dream, of course, when I was already like 4 or 5, like, oh, I want to play for the biggest club in the world, because that was Ajax at that time, and still is for me in my eyes. Yeah. And yeah, then I got a call I could come there, on the tryouts and stuff, and I made it. And actually from there on, I made it all the way to the first team, and that's something that's quite unique also, because if you hear how many players do that, it's a very low percentage. And the most beautiful part of it is that my dad actually also did the same route. And that's also funny, because he played also when he was like 7, 8, 9 already, all the way to the first team, and I also have done that.
Wow.
And that's quite difficult, to be fair, because every year you get to hear you gotta go or you can stay. And every year I heard you can stay until the first team, so that's an achievement where I'm very proud of.
Amazing. And you beat your dad to the first team as well, didn't you? You were younger in that Ajax first team than he ever was.
Yeah, crazy, yeah?
Yeah, it's amazing. So, I mean, do you remember that whole journey at Ajax? You must have felt expectation as well. Yeah. We've talked about your dad and his story, but the pressure on yourself to achieve your dream. Do you remember all that feeling as a youngster?
I remember the coach always saying, like, guys, in this team maybe 1, 2 will make it. And then I was always looking around like, that's quite a lot of players, and like, oh, I don't know if I am the one. So that always scared you in a bit, but also like made you sharp. Like, I gotta work every day hard, and not only in the pitch, but also outside of the pitch. I would say the Ajax school helped me a lot, and not only my football football development, but also in my mentality, my respect of coming on time. My discipline is very high, and I would say because of the Ajax school, of course of my parents also, but every day I was at the Ajax school, and there my discipline went to it's very strict right to this day of now. So.
Yeah, and as a young lad, there's lots of reasons to lose discipline, isn't there? There's lots of distractions going on. I heard you speak about your dedication to being in bed at the right time, eating the right way. Do you think little things like that over time have helped you get to this point then? Is that the key?
For sure, 100%. And especially in those years where you have to make it, you got to be so sharp on those stuff. Like, if you are too late a lot of times, like trainers don't like that, for example, or the club don't like that, and that will always give you a step, put you back a few steps, and
this is Ajax,
this is Ajax. They don't joke.
No.
And the quality is so high because there are a lot of good players around you. So if you are not willing to do it, somebody else will do it. And this was the mindset there. And I think that's why the Ajax school is always so highly rated, I think, in the world. And I'm happy to have had my development there. And beautiful.
From that high though, you had an awful incident with one of your best friends, Abdelhak Nouri.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about what happened and your memory of such an awful incident?
Yeah, these kind of things, in football, it's like it's something else bigger than football, or does something than everything, and that's your health. And that is something you wish nobody, and that's something so sad actually. For such a great talent, as such a great guy, because what I can
friend, yeah.
Also what a great friend also of mine was, and is till this day. It's so sad actually to see, because you can see, in this moment you can see how quick your life can change, and it's so sad, and you begin to appreciate a lot of things you would not appreciate when you were younger, and this is very sad, to be fair.
So he suffered a heart attack during a pre-season game, and you were part of the game as well.
Yeah, I played the first half and he the second half, and I just remember like how he fell down, because I know he was a bit injured also, but I already saw directly like, no, this is not his ankle, and this looked very bad, and so sad, it's crazy that something can switch like this fast, and that's no words for that actually, how sad that is actually, that's crazy.
When did you last see him?
Quite a long time ago, and I think it's also difficult for me to see him, because he's not the same, he looks totally different. So I have great memories with him, and I think I have a lot of difficulties to like see him, because it's not like we can have a conversation or something, so it's so sad, and but I always keep good memories. I have a video on my phone, stuff like that. We had a photo shoot together. So these memories I keep in my mind, and that makes me happy when I think about him. And I love those memories, and I will, if I think about that, I see that in front of me, and that makes me happy. And
Is a part of you playing for him?
Of course, the part of me is playing for the people I love, my friends, my family, and he's part of that also, And in Rome, I played also with the number 34. A lot of players did actually, and that's something, just a kind gesture what we could do. And I really love playing with this number for sure, because he was number 34 and he was such a great talent. So it's sad not to see him also, achieve what he could achieve, because he would have done great things for sure. He was an unbelievable talent, crazy. If you saw him playing, it's crazy actually.
You can tell by the smile on your face how good he was.
It makes me smile, and that's what I love, like those memories. And it's sad, but otherwise it's sad, to not see him achieve those things he could, for sure.
And after going through that as a young lad, to have the incident here at Bournemouth with Tom Lockyer against Luton,
that was scary.
It must have felt like history repeating itself.
Yeah, that was very scary, because what you say, I have seen it, and now it happens again, and you just think about the worst, because you saw actually the worst what could happen coming out, but luckily not. So that's I'm happy for him, and because what I said, you don't wish this for nobody. It's the worst.
Do you remember that day, the feeling of the players coming back into the dressing room here then? Like totally in shock actually, nobody speaking, and also not knowing the outcome still,
still waiting on outcome, and that was quite a long while actually. Like we knew like this is not good, and yeah, you hope for the best, and then the worst comes out actually. Also, me knowing myself, I also don't like speaking about stuff, and especially about this kind of stuff. But I got all the support, you know, and everybody got the support also, especially from each other, I think.
That's why you have teammates,
exactly.
Isn't it? That's why you're a team, I guess.
Exactly.
Let's go back a little bit in your story then. So you've made your name more than in Amsterdam, and the opportunity to move to Roma comes around.
Yeah.
Talk us through your thought process on that.
That year they had an incredible run in the Champions League also. So we were like, Rome, what a club, wow. And then they came for me and I was like, oh, that's an achievement. And it's like stepping in the big world at that moment, because at Ajax everybody loves you. You are 17, 18, scoring hat-tricks, doing crazy stuff, making debuts. And it was like, also I know my first year I came, like we were in the final against Manchester United, and people were like, wow, it was party everywhere in Holland. And for me it was like, but this is like normal, you know, like why everybody, you know, we lost, so why?
You shouldn't be happy.
We shouldn't be happy, but after now I understand, like this is a real achievement. And because I come from the Ajax youth teams, and every tournament we played, we nearly won every tournament. We always were in the finals. So I was not used to, like, I was used to that, you know, so I was like, oh, we played the final, all right. Oh, we played the half final, great. Oh, nice achievement, all right. And after now, these years, I was like, wow, we really did something very beautiful also.
How old were you?
I was 18, I think, turning 19. 19, I think, yeah.
Were you scared? Yeah. Did you think it was a gamble? Like?
No, actually not. You know, I'm really confident always in what I do. I'm always positive. I think people around me always would say, like, I'm always so positive.
I can tell that even just speaking to you this time.
Yeah, I'm always used to playing, you know, starting, you know, scoring and all this kind of beautiful stuff. And I also saw the different parts in Rome, like not playing a lot of games, and like that's also goes in your head. I had some great moments in Rome for sure. It wasn't all that bad, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I had beautiful moments. I really love Rome. And I thank them for, you know, also these moments, the difficult moments that I had there, the good moments, because that also made me who I am until this day. And yeah, I just couldn't wish for something else. You know, I like how things happen in your career or in your life, and I just want to make the best of it always. You know, always stay positive, and that helped me a lot. Just stay positive and trust yourself, because I always trust myself. I know my abilities, what I can, and I never lost track of that, you know, so I was very thankful for that, also for those moments, yeah.
You said about stepping out into the big world, going to Roma. Well, the other aspect was leaving family behind. We've talked about their importance, but it was your mum, wasn't it, that you missed the most at that point?
For sure, you know, I lived at home with my mother and my brothers, so stepping out and moving alone in the big world, it's something else. I just found a comfortable place where I was in my mind, and that helped me a lot, you know. I didn't stress, I didn't go do something else, other interests. I just focused, and I knew one day I will come, you know, and I just keep this mindset always, till this day.
So this is 19 sort of years old. You've done the Netherlands, you've done Italy, then the loans start, RB Leipzig in Germany, Nice in France, Valencia in Spain. Was it deliberate to experience all these different places, different leagues? Chase the sunshine by the look of it, apart from
that's
Leipzig.
what they say, that's something that's special, you know, all these beautiful places I've been. People always say, like, you chose?
Apart from Leipzig,
Yeah, apart from Leipzig. But I had a great time there, you know. Leipzig, great club.
Just football there?
Just football. Just football. And no, great club, had great moments. I went to Nice the year after. I remember they wanted to buy me at that moment also. And then me and my agent, we were like, let's loan out and then let's see how it goes. I don't recommend loans for people, you know, because I had some injuries also there. But overall, I think I had a great season, a nice season, you know. I had some great moments. But it's nice just to be at a club, because I felt we would stay there, the second year would be better and better, because I really came into it. And then you leave again. So that was difficult.
Manager changes,
exactly. And then at that moment, my agent, Mino Raiola, at that moment was super sick. So that also played a role, you know. that's something, again, is so crazy, the life. And those moments, you really enjoy the little moments, like being at home with my girlfriend and dog, just simple things. And yeah, you see that life is way bigger than only football. But also a coach leaves, the technical director leaves, and then again, you're like in the middle with no agent really, nobody who to speak with at the club. And then it's like, all right, yeah, what are we gonna do? And after a while, I went back to Rome, trained there a little bit. And then Fulham came at that moment, and actually I would go to Fulham. Everything was arranged, and then I wanted to come, and they didn't give me like a work permit.
Yeah.
I'm like, this happened, and for a reason, I just go on, and I don't really stay standing in bad situations. I want to say I appreciate life way too much in things what I have been through, and that's why I was like, all right, no problem. Yeah, sad, but I'm not gonna stay in Rome because I felt like there's no future for me here, and
Let's go to
I'm
another
young.
country. Yeah.
Who wants me? And then, and then like in 1 hour, Valencia and some other club said, all right. And then I said, okay, Valencia, we go. And it was like in 1 hour done, poo fly, and then everything was good. And I'm super thankful for them also. I had a nice season in Spain. I love Spain for sure. I have some memories, of course. I lived in Barcelona with my dad. So my father played there also. So no, I really loved Valencia also, yeah.
So after all that, you find your way to Bournemouth at the start of this season.
Yeah.
What was it like stepping into a team with a new manager, a new league again to get used to, and a side who had a difficult start to the season in the Premier League as well?
Yeah, a very difficult start. And I'm super thankful for Bournemouth because they came very early in the market. And I really appreciate those things, you know. I really appreciate these little things. And if they really were interested directly, I was like, okay, we just go there, boom. I don't want to speak to this and that or wait maybe a bit longer for this and that to come. No, they really think about me this way. All right, I go and I will show them, you know. And that's really my mindset. I had to find my way in the team also, and the coach also. Like, who am I playing? What is my tactic? What is this and that? So everything needs to find a way, and we were, not successful at the beginning, but I like the way we stuck together, and the coach also knew what he wanted, and didn't switch it up because we were losing, and that's a strong mindset, and I think you achieve a lot of great things if you have this mindset like the coach has, and I think we are now on the right path.
Justin, I need to ask you, what happened in November? Because the club had the difficult start, all of a sudden in November, they start winning, you start scoring, you're in the team every week.
Yeah.
Do you remember a moment though where it just seemed to come together for everyone?
And I know like City away, we were like, that was a game that we were not good. Like we really felt like
6-1 was it?
6-1 or something, and I didn't play. I played like 10 minutes, I think, and I was also looking like it didn't look good. It also looked like, you know, way too easy it looked.
Yeah.
I think after that it was like a switch went. You know, we just really knew like, oh, we're gonna go this way and we're gonna fight somewhere there with like 6 points now or 9.
Yeah.
Or we're just gonna switch it up and we're gonna fight where we are right now and look up, and luckily it went that way, and just this mindset that we changed.
And part of that turnaround was you getting on the score sheet for the first time in the Premier League. I mean, that we talked about at the top 6 leagues in Europe, and to do it in the Premier League as well.
It's crazy, and it's like a moment of relief also, you know. You're always waiting on that first one.
Yeah.
And after the game, I saw you scored in this and that league, and I was like, oh yeah, that's true. After that moment, I really realized like I've done it in all the top 6.
The achievement of it.
The achievement, and no, I was so relieved, and it was a great moment for me, for sure. Very happy.
You'll be a quiz question forever now. You know that, don't you?
I know.
Country.
And I told somebody of the club, like the Guinness Book of Records, they need to call me also.
The little picture, yeah?
Just a little one, They need to put me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Need to let you go home to the dog. What's the dog called?
Sure. Bully.
Bully.
Bully, easy name. French bulldog, Bully.
I'll let you go home to Bully then, yeah?